Listen.
You're listening to Calling All Sports on MBR Radio. You're listening to Calling All Sports with Lee Goldberg.
My name is
Don't get hurt over there, big fella.
He erupted on the drum.
Don't pull something.
I'm more a cowboy guy personally.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. Calling All Sports on a Monday morning. Little cloudy out there. Let me tell you something right now. I'm good with the sun for right now.
Yeah.
Couple days of that, and I'm like, whew. Cloud cover, please. I'll take it. I mean, I got the Israeli skin going on, so I'm not like Uzi. Like, I'm not gonna end up in freaking triage because of the sun, right? I'm not gonna end up with 17-degree burns with you and your little pale, albino skin.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just saying, my skin can take it, but I'm just like, you know what? A couple cloudy days ain't gonna bother me. Then bring the sun back again. That's cool. Welcome back to the program. Time for our special Monday feature. We do a little check-in on the racetracks, specifically over at the Beach Ridge Motor Speedway. And we're joined on the phone by Evan Beaulieu. Good morning, Evan. How are you?
Hey, Lee. I'm great. How are you?
Good. It's good to talk to you. You are the Legends, the Thursday Thunder Legends champion from last year. And this past Thursday, I like the drama there. You started 17th out of 19 and waited till the back stretch of the final lap to take the lead and win. That's some good drama.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I heard from a lot of fans that night that was one of the best races that they've seen, and for me personally, I think it's the best race that I've driven. And yeah, like you said, we started pretty much shotgun on the field. I was dead last 3 laps in when we had the first yellow, and started at the beginning of the race, had to make some dicey moves, some 3 wide stuff to get through a lot of the traffic, and then things started to get spread out. Started picking them off one at a time, and we had a yellow flag with 8 laps to go, and me and the 27 of Kevin Hutchins were racing side by side for those last 8 laps, and got around him on the last lap, and we picked up the win.
Well, I understand that winning is all that really matters, but leading wire to wire or coming from last to first to win on the final stretch, which one's more exciting?
Oh, absolutely, coming from the rear and winning it. That really shows them that you were on your game that night. And, I mean, anybody can win from the front, but when you have to do it from the rear and pass the whole field, I mean, it makes it a lot more special. And for me personally, it's a lot more fun, too.
And when you're on a short track, it's not like you got a whole bunch of time to get this done either. I mean, you got to, there's not a lot of room to pass around there. Your straightaways are few and far between.
Yeah, especially in our cars where they're more open wheel, you can't really touch anybody either on your way through. And I mean, I never touched a bumper getting through the field, and we had to make some 3 wide moves, like I said. But yeah, I mean, it was just great racing, and our '56 Hancock lumber car was just on a rail on Thursday night.
What is for people who aren't familiar? What is the Legends Tour? Because you see the name. And, we had the Legends Tour show up at Falmouth Country Club for golf, and you had to be, like, over 75. You sound a little bit younger than that.
Yeah, I'm 19 years old racing Legend cars, and this is my 5th year doing it. For anybody that doesn't know, Legend cars are like little scaled models of 30s coupes and sedans. They have 1250 Yamaha 4-cylinder bike motors, and they put about 130 horsepower, and we do about 80 on a track like Beach Ridge. But when we run a road course down at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, we go into the first turn at 110 miles an hour. So, and they're mostly open-wheel cars, and I've driven a lot of cars, and they are, without a doubt, one of the most fun cars to drive in. And the only series that's actually faster than us at Beach Ridge are the Pro Stocks. So we're moving around that track pretty fast.
Now, which one do you like better between that and the Pro Stock?
Oh, absolutely. I haven't personally driven a Pro Stock. I've driven a late model, but everybody that I've talked to that's done both says absolutely the Legend car is more fun to drive.
Yeah, and what about the level of competition? I mean, are we talking about kids who are just trying to figure this thing out, or people who are well-versed in how to race around the track?
Well, there's a great diversity of drivers. There's a lot of young kids like myself that are, moving up the ranks that are in Legend cars, but it's a great place for a lot of veterans to just stay. I mean, it's affordable. And the way the economy is, especially now, it's becoming one of the only ones that most people can really afford to do. So we do have a lot of talent. You know, I race against 40, 50, 60-year-olds, and I've run against past champions in upper-level divisions and stuff like that. And then we also have, 13, 14-year-olds that are coming up through Racing Legends as well. So, I mean, it's a great group of drivers.
Talking to Evan Beaulieu from Beach Ridge Motor Speedway, who picked up a victory in last week's Thursday Thunder Legends race. Hey, let me ask you this. You guys like each other? Or is there guys who don't like each other and are more likely to wreck on purpose or not? Or does everybody pretty much get along?
Well, there's definitely always a few rivalries. We're all fierce competitors, and I try not to wreck anybody. That's not what I'm out there to do. I can't afford to do it anyway. But there are some people, that'll get into feuds every now and then. And, Thursday night was just me and Kevin Hutchins. Me and him have been good friends for a long time, but neither of us want to lose. Neither of us want to be beaten by the other guy. So, it's just always hard racing.
Are you guys fans, or I guess I can just ask you, are you a fan of NASCAR and Nationwide? Like, do you watch racing as well, or is it something that you do but you don't necessarily watch all the time?
Oh, I absolutely. Racing's basically my life. I watch everything NASCAR. I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan. Grew up, he was always dominant, so I've kind of grown into that, and I've watched Formula One, Indy cars, everything, and every chance I get, I'm at Beach Ridge every Saturday night if I can be, if we're not racing on a weekend or something, or Oxford or any other of the racetracks.
So let me get your thoughts on Danica Patrick. I mean, here's a person who's obviously extremely well known and famous, and whether it's for her driving abilities or not, there she is. What are your thoughts on her? Is she a good driver from what you can tell?
Oh, she's definitely got what it takes to do it. I mean, you don't make it to Indy cars and NASCAR by mistake, and you don't get everything that she's gotten so far. Anybody can say that. Yeah, she has a pretty face, and that's the only reason. But you have to perform at that kind of level. And on Saturday, she was having an excellent race up on the road course. She was running in fourth place, and then the Jacques Villeneuve felt like taking her out on the last lap. So she's shown signs of improvement. She needs to step it up a little bit more. But I know she will. So.
Evan Beaulieu from Beach Ridge on the phone with us now. You know about the main connection to Jeff Gordon, right?
What's that?
Steve Letarte?
Oh, well, Steve Letarte. Stevie is doing an excellent job down there. And also, we have a pro stock guy that ran at Beach Ridge quite a few years ago, Corey Williams, that's actually working down at Hendrick as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them. A lot of the main guys who haven't been drivers like Ricky Craven have been on the crews. I remember Steve Letarte was a tire carrier for Jeff Gordon, probably 10, 15 years ago, and worked his way all the way up to crew chief for those guys, and Slugger Labby's from the Biddeford-Saco area as well. So there is definitely a future to be made, even if you don't want to be a driver and if you want to be in NASCAR. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, especially with... I think it really helps us up here. We have a lot of racetracks up here and a lot of people doing it. So, I mean, it definitely helps us.
All right, what's the next race on your schedule?
We'll be racing. We'll be back at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway on a Thursday night. Since we won last Thursday, we'll have to do it from the rear of the field again. I got my teammate, Charlie Buxton, who will be coming from the rear as well. Me and him had a 1-2 finish on Thursday. So the racing starts at 7 o'clock. Gate's only $4, and kids 12 and under are free. You can't really beat that.
All right, I got to ask you this one question, because I asked the last guy we had on from Beach Ridge, and I don't think he didn't like my answer. My kids love Car Wars. What about you?
Oh, absolutely. I love Car Wars.
Isn't Car Wars great? Yeah, exactly. Just don't use my car.
Exactly.
Would you ever want to drive in that thing, or is that better to be a spectator?
Oh, it's probably better to be a spectator. I don't know. Maybe... I'd like to give it a try. It's got 4 wheels and has a motor. I'd like to give it a try.
All right, thanks for your time, and good luck moving forward.
All right, thank you, Lee. Thank you for having me on.
All right, our pleasure. All right. Chum, I got to get you over to Car Wars, man.
Okay.
There's nothing like... Z, you ever seen Car Wars?
No, sir.
This would be perfect for you. I think it's like $10 on a Friday, maybe even be less.
I thought you were talking about my driving record for a minute there.
Well, I didn't want to bring that
up.
Yeah, Car Wars is literally...